I'm Natalie Hummel. Welcome to another issue of our Youth Sports Stories. I am happy to welcome Aron Levinson today to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I've really been looking forward to our time together.
All right, awesome. I'd love to start with just introducing yourself and just tell me a little bit about your current role and what you're doing.
Yeah, my name is Aron Levinson. I'm a sales, marketing, and operations executive based out of Los Angeles, and currently spending a lot of time mentoring and advising startups, along with students at San Diego State University.
Oh, awesome. That's great. So really my first question as part of this series is just asking you to tell us a little bit about your youth sports stories. Like, what did you play growing up? And
Yeah, no, it's a great question. Growing up as a kid in Fullerton, California, here in Southern California, I played baseball and I played soccer. I think every kid, it seems like in America, plays AYSO soccer, and I did the same thing. And I played Little League baseball as well. And I literally played sports up from about 5 or 6 years old up to about 13, and then I stopped playing.
okay, that's very, very typical actually.
It
So,
is, but I'll share something else with you too. Is that I had a gap from 13 till I was 30, and started playing baseball again when I was 30.
okay.
And so I'm still playing today as a 45-year-old catcher, and love being behind the plate and playing sports.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So what I'd love to know is, given the sports experience you had playing soccer and playing baseball, and even now playing baseball as an adult, what do you think you learned from that experience that's helped you in your career in life?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think that teamwork is probably the first thing that comes to mind. Whether you're in the field, whether you're in the boardroom, or working with a client, it's really about teamwork, solving problems together as a team. And so that was probably the number one skill that I definitely took away from youth sports. And even today, why I'm playing adult sports is the fact of teamwork, and lifting up your teammates, not beating them down when they make a mistake, and trying to be encouraging and motivating all at the same time.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I do think teamwork is one of those things that what's nice about it in youth sports is there's lower consequences. You get to learn it and you get to see the benefit when you have a team that's working well, but there's not the same consequences like in a job or career when revenue and profitability is on the line. You get to kind of practice it as a youth. So I think that's
Yeah.
a great place for that.
No, 100%. And I think that, in the business world, it's interesting as you're building teams, and that's something I do as an executive as well, is really build collaborative teams. And without great people and great teamwork, nothing will get achieved, no matter how good your strategy is. And
Yeah.
so, like baseball, you can't have a team of all first basemen, right? You
Yes.
need second baseman and third baseman, et cetera. And so being able to put those people in their place that match up to their strengths, you can really win at a lot of things in the business space.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's awesome. So one of the things that's going on in youth sports today is that only 38% of kids 9 to 13 are playing. And when you look at low income families, it's even lower. Only 22% of those kids. And of the 22% that are playing, they might only play one season and a very shortened season, something that's free, that's low, offered right in their community. And so I'm really after changing that. That's one of my goals, is to really increase the participation, especially providing access to those low income kids. And so I just love to hear from you, like, what do you think about that? What do you think when you hear that number and you hear what we're doing? What do you think?
I love what you're working on. I think it's commendable. It's a big audacious goal, and I appreciate people that are challenging the status quo, and trying to make our communities a better place. And the benefits of youth sports are just they're crucial, but they're also different in terms of the benefits depending on your background and your upbringing and things like that. I'll share with you that growing up in Southern California, I didn't have a father at home. It was a single parent household. It was my sister and my mom and I. My mom was working, trying to pay the bills, and youth sports was a way for me to get out of the house. But not only get out of the house and go be active and learn some of these really important life skills, but I would assume it kept me out of trouble as well.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I really appreciate you taking your time today. It's been great talking with you. And I really appreciate the work that you're also doing, not only your leadership and what you're doing, but also I know that you also are bringing baseball to underprivileged kids. So you want to tell me we'll kind of end with you telling a little bit about what you're doing there.
Yeah, for sure. Great question. And thank you again. Yeah, since 2009, I've been going to Cuba to play baseball against Cuban veterans. But I also turned it into a humanitarian effort as well, and lined up partnerships with big brands and nonprofit organizations to take gear, baseball gear to Cuba to help the kids play and enjoy the game like we all do here in America.
Yeah, that's just awesome. I love what you're doing. So thank you so
Thank you.
much for being on the show today.
No, I appreciate it. Have a good rest of the day, and let me know how I can help.
Okay, thanks.